you have the right in the Canadian Charter of Rights, Quebec Charter of Rights, and international instruments. You have the right to use public space as long as it is rational, as long as it is reasonable in terms of freedom of religion. Okay, so what he's gonna do here is uh, quite a challenge because he said that he was aiming the Muslims. He was aiming les Islamistes. I have a message for les Islamistes. So what are you gonna do in your law? You're gonna put les Islamistes do not have the right to pray in park. So, or you're gonna put each and every religion have the right to pray in the park, except the Muslims. How are you going to do that? So it's going to be like quite some kind of a gymnastic. And honestly, I mean, I'm not surprised. And but at the same time, I mean, it's going to be the first time that we are clearly aiming Muslims in a public declaration like that. The Canadian Charter of Rights, Quebec Charter of Rights, and the international instrument like the Pacte International Relatif aux Droits Civils et Politiques give the citizens the right to pray in public as long as it is not an obstruction in the street and stuff like that. So if Legault wants to do that, he's going to have to use the notwithstanding clause again to remove that type of rights. But what is funny is what I said. How can you do that if you're aiming only one religion? How can you do that? I mean, that would be the first time that a single religion is the target of a law. My take on that is very simple. The notwithstanding clause just became a tool in the hands of politicians that can be very dangerous because they are, playing with fundamental rights like it was like a gift for a citizen. And if you're watch out, I can remove your rights if I want to with the notwithstanding clause without any reason. So that's not how a democracy works. It's not how a rule of law works neither. I mean, we need to have some kind of respect for the fundamental rights, for the civil rights. And as of now, I mean, what I see is politicians that are playing around with that like it has no consequence. Just take a look to what Doug Ford just said last weekend. He said he's going to use notwithstanding clause for the encampment. I mean, each and every time that a politician sees something that might be a little bit like I don't know, irritating maybe, I'm going to use the notwithstanding clause. Well, if you take a look to 1982, that was not the idea of that part of the Constitution. I mean, it never had been a way to play with fundamental rights just like that. It has to be serious case. We need to have like emergency. We need to have something real, something pretty grave, and we don't see that here. And frankly, it's a shame. If he's not invoking the notwithstanding clause, there is no way that this bill will not be struck down by the court because it is a clear violation of freedom of religion. I'm not talking about praying in the street. I'm talking about some kind of prayer in park and all that where nobody cares, right? So there's no way he's going to win that, but he's going to use the notwithstanding clause just to protect the laws. And you know what? The bad guys are right there. I'm protecting the Quebec culture. I'm protecting our values and blah blah blah. Just like he said.